Grant Miller, what an achievement from him on his debut in the McLaren. Well, he takes victory in Evo, and indeed he was the favourite coming out of Okayama, and he's the favourite here today. Grant Miller, well, ladies and gentlemen, after a win at Daytona, he thought this season was going to go strong, but it's been going so very, very wrong. But here at Magny Court, he rights all the wrongs and takes victory in Evo, and overall as Grant Miller in race number 2 of the day.
And here comes Grant Miller taking the checkered flag in the Premier class.
Yeah, great result for Grant Miller again. He made that move after Luke Baby made a big mistake. However, he's not going to mind about how it comes. He's not going to mind that he lost 6/10 on that final lap because he's won the race. He'll take all the points home.
Toby Hardiak will take the win here.
Yeah, what a race it's been for him. He's come back through and he's then fended off John Lubbock towards the end. He was charging hard right at the end of the race, flashing the lights, maybe in recognition. Strobing of the lights really, but it's Toby Hardiak who wins then. He reports him out and he'll be delighted with that.
And here comes the Premier class making their way around the final corner.
It's going to be Toby Hardiak who is going to be the race winner for the Premier class. John Lubbock, Grant Miller second and third when they end up crossing the line, but Toby Hardiak in his home race as well. Great result for the 31, and Phoenix Racing are going to be very pleased with how he has coped with tonight. John Lubbock makes it a Porsche 1-2 in the class, and then of course it will be Grant Miller, the third driver in the order. And there you go, 2 Phoenix drivers on the podium. I think they're going to be feeling pretty happy with how it's gone tonight.
Graham Beavers has won for his first race of the season, the 85 for Phoenix Racing Blue. Cracking effort for him, 6th in the championship. Best finish of the season was a 5th right at the start of the season, and he wins in quarters.
And the young Dutchman is going to take a victory here at Bathurst in the Mercedes. A brilliant drive indeed by Toby Hardiak. He takes the win by 10.5 seconds. And there he is round the final corner. Klaas Velden takes a fantastic victory on home soil at the Nürburgring in the Sim Racing International GT3 Championship. 2 Mercedes join him on the podium in very German fashion. And what a night for Phoenix Racing. 4 cars inside the top 5 for those guys. A great result by all involved.
Right, everyone, good evening. We are at Imola for our Sunday GT3 finale. Don't know where we're sitting in the championship. We've had a few disastrous rounds at Bathurst and a few other in the wet races, so glad this one's dry. We didn't do too bad in here on Thursday. There was a few incidents and bumps, and pit stops went okay, but pace, I think we were in about top group of our class, so we're happy with that. And we're usually in the sort of top 5 on a Sunday, so again we're in that same sort of ballpark just now, which is good. Just put a slightly different qualifying set on for tonight. So we've got about 10 minutes left on fuel, and we've got about 6.5 minutes left on actual quali time, so be enough for 2 or 3 laps. Hi Jace, yeah, thank you. Last one of the season. Ryan Littlemore is literally all over the track. Thank you, Paul. We're going to need it tonight. Top 5 is the aim for Quali. If we can get in top 5 and keep pace with the likes of a Ludbrook or a Muntian, stay ahead of Nick, that'll give us enough pace, I think, for tonight. I have changed my pedal settings on my VRS software. I was running a kind of a shallower brake and throttle. I've now gone linear on both. Reason behind originally was that I was pressing the pedal too hard initially, and it was resulting in too high an initial peak pressure. Now I think I've got a little bit more feel on that. The downside is that when I come off the pedal 5%, it was actually coming off the brake 15% or 10%. So that was the reason for going back linear. So we'll try that tonight. We did that on the Sebring test just to get an idea of what it would feel like, and we weren't actually any slower. So far so good. Of course, it does help if I press the pedals properly. Times are looking okay so far. Yeah, we did get it down to 41.7, 41.8. I don't know what happened to that one, because the times were recording even though there was a few off tracks. I don't know why that one didn't record. We've done that on 2 separate occasions, but then lost the time in the last sector after the chicane at the top down to the last double left. So there's at least another 3/10, 4/10, and that was while I was still running my race setup with 40 more litres of fuel in the tank. So all looking good if we can just keep it together, not drive into the back of people. That should be a good start. 3 minutes. We'll get another couple of laps in. Yeah, it is a nice track. I do like the track. There's that 410th I was speaking about, so that'll pop us up another couple of places. And the stewards' results reinstated Hayden for his win at the last race at Misano as well, due to that deliberate contact from Andrea Miato. So Hayden got his win back on the stewards' ticket. Obviously, doesn't let the lad, oh you fucker, doesn't let the lad get it on YouTube, but he got his points, he got his result. So the appeal, not the appeal, but the protest worked. Andrea said that Hayden changed line, but stewards were like, no, he's braked in a straight line and you've literally run into the back of him and deliberately nerfed him off. So finally a decision that's been actually explained, as opposed to just the results. The decision was explained fully. It was challenged by another driver who had a similar, he felt he had a similar result go a different way, but the stewards clarified that the other person's incident, there was actually a wheel alongside, and as such it was kind of a side-by-side, not a barge but a side-by-side incident, which shouldn't have happened. So that guy got some license points, whereas the one that was at Misano was basically a deliberate run up the back end of Hayden, nerf him out and push him off the racing line. So he got his win back on that one. It's just annoying that when that happens, and it's the same in the real world. I remember Spa when Fisichella didn't get the win, and I think it was Kimi Räikkönen got the win, and then they had a celebration at the next event where they'd swapped trophies or some nonsense like that. But so it happens in real life as well, whereas the results get swapped around. So that's the best he could have got out of that one. So he got his points back. It's not the best approach, however. They're not racing next season. It's actually happened 4 times with drivers of that team this season on the Sunday League, where they have deliberately made questionable overtake or team decisions to benefit the other driver. Not a particularly nice tactic. I certainly wouldn't be doing it myself. And you know, this whole adage, it was mentioned on the F1 broadcast today, well, you know, Robin's racing. Absolute bullshit. Robin is not racing. It's the line from a movie, and the next line that's in that movie is, if he tries it on me, he's going straight in the wall. So if we want to start quoting movies, we can pretty much all start quoting daft ass movies. However, let's see what tonight goes. I've got enough for about 8 or 9 laps. We'll start that again, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what happened there, just too fast into that corner. Here's what's wrong. I've got all my cozy tyre settings on, and I forgot to reset it back to cold tyre settings. Did it change his P2 overall? No, they gave him a 1 place penalty. So basically, Andrea finished first, got bumped to second because that's where he would have finished, and there was a 3, 4, 5 second gap, if not more, to third place. So I personally would have given him, 20-second penalty or something to basically not just put it back to status quo, but to actually dock him a penalty for doing it, because otherwise he's got no penalty. He got in second, stayed in second. Whereas if it was like, no, you do a move like that, you're in second, you're not going to get second back, you're going to get fourth. So stop making dumbass moves like that. Yes, beep. Somebody's managed to put gravel on the last corner already, so... Pah! These two ding-dongs are going to melt one another going into that first chicane. Got Mr. Ludbrook behind us. We had a bit of an incident with Mr. Ludbrook into the first chicane here, but it was just caught on the replay. It was a bit of netcode. He didn't actually hit me. It was like a 12-inch gap, and it bumped me around just at this point here. So that was just on the pit stops. So I jumped him by a couple of seconds in the pits, and then obviously with that incident, both him and Stuart Rice got me back. So trying to make sure we don't have another repeat of that would be a really good one tonight. Come on, Eduardo, get out of the way. Thank you, sir. Got to kind of be able to build up to the attack of that corner at the bottom there. I'm just not confident on the stability on the rear of this thing when you're coming around that Aqua Minerale first right hand over the curb. It steps the back of the car out and causes it all to wiggle, which so this should be a 42 dead. So should be in about second. What? Yeah, exactly, 42-1. So we'll take that.
Hi, buddy. Right side. Clear on the right.
Let's see where John's faster. Now we've got cozy mode on. I'll put the TC and the throttle map down a little bit. Oh, bye bye, John. You're definitely not quicker going that way, that's for sure. Ryan had a bit of a nightmare in the McLaren at Misano, so I obviously put him in Tom's Mustang.
You've got about 5 laps of fuel.
It has been cleaner, yeah. There's obviously only 20 of each class. As opposed to 30 or 40 of Thursday. It does seem to be a little bit less all in. I don't know why. There are different drivers, it's not always the same drivers, so it has been a different group, but generally the ones that I'm racing are the same ones that we've been racing on a Thursday, and never really had any issues. We have got, obviously, there's more Americans and Canadians and West countries. I think that's just because they can come out to play on a Sunday night and maybe not so on a Thursday evening. So, but so far they're all generally well behaved. We did have a few issues last week where people couldn't get past back markers and they were just stuck seconds off the pace. But that's part of racing, is being able to deal with back markers and find out when to pick your moment. What you don't do is run into the back of them and complain you hit them because they were 5 seconds slower. That generally doesn't go down too well, so... Shit. John's off there again. Must be his favourite parking spot. You parking there to meet your hot girlfriend there, John? That's 2 or 3 times she stood you up.
What? I'm sorry, I wasn't listening.
It's alright, it was for Mr. Ludbrook. Don't worry, nobody listens to me anyway. Hence why for 6 weeks we've not said boo to a goose. Anyway, right, let's see what this does. Have I got an off track? No, so this will be valid. Whatever they did in the last update, start of the year, just killed any slipstream ability of this car. That's been a couple of races where, although I've been pretty much right behind another car, just doesn't close in. So this is Matteo's teammate. He's another bit of a bell end when it comes to letting people past. Now he should know that I'm on a faster lap. He's still on an out lap. That was good until it wasn't. Give him a bit of a flash. He won't move out of the way.
We're almost out of fuel. We might not make it to the end.
I'll take it though. We're in a slipstream now. We'll get one more lap on this tank. We'll pit in, we'll take some more fuel, we've got half an hour. What we'll do is we'll just...
You have about 1 lap of fuel left.
We will put another 30 litres in. But we'll go out on hot tyres.
Pitboxing in 5, 3, 2, 1. Right here.
Sorry, Nathan.
So we're about half a second out on Martin. We're only two and a half tenths off of Andre, and we're 10th.5 ahead of 2/10 ahead of John Ludbrook. So I'm happy with that. As long as we're in that ballpark, then all will be good.
Right side. Clear.
Use the benefit of warm tyres to get past to this. FPS is 103. It's just... it'll be just under my shoulder here. But I've blanked out me settings and FPS. But we're getting about 100, 110 down to 90. So, not too bad. Got Kyle behind us. He's gone back, so that's a good show. He's used his brain. Too many ahead of him. He's going to this fucking bunch are just going to get...
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Cheers guys, nice use of the mirrors there, mate. So that screwed that lap up. And again, when they all come out the pit, they're supposed to use their relatives and get off the line. But
Yeah, thank you very much.
Car on the left. Clear.
so Kyle should be faster than me, so we'll try and follow him and slipstream him. My lap was already screwed up, so... Come on, Kyle. Oh, he's all over the fucking place. Fuck's sake. Right, let's see who's coming out the pit this time. Nobody. Good. Right. Ah, shit a brick. Right. And we're back on, so I'm just going to change that throttle map back to 3. We're back on cold boots. Pick a gap. There's a gap after turn 13-14 that we're going to aim for.
Left side. Clear on the left.
Again, no use of the mirrors. He's out weaving, he's cold. He should have been on a push lap. Just dicking about, getting in people's way again. Best way of getting heated into the tyres is pushing on your outlap when you can. I'm really not convinced that that weaving like that is actually giving him enough heat to make it worthwhile. Really don't know where the off-track issue is on that corner. I can only presume my right-hand wheels are just over the white line. Shane ahead of us is in our class, so we are about the same pace, but he is a little bit more inconsistent. Go on, Shane, push, push. Nope. Too much. Oh no 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 no. That lit the rears up. So we definitely we either need to do that or that. That didn't work. We're in 5th, are we? Yeah, it's the same guys around us that are either winning or getting the same points. We've just had more accidents and incidents that they've had, or poor results basically. Bathurst was a killer. That one just knocked us out completely. I don't even think Hayden's taking part, because as far as he's concerned, he personally can't improve on where he's at, and I don't even know if we can improve as a team position, so he's just not going to bother. But of course, the last round's a non-drop round, so even though we might not improve, we might get worse. I don't think he looks at things like that. Kenyon's in fourth. How many points difference is there? Six. It's not going to happen if Eddie's not running. It's just me on my own now. So. $86 ahead. No. That means I would need a win and he would need to not score at all. But then, even if he didn't score, one of his drop rounds would come back in again, so that's not going to happen. And the Lambo's been going well here on Thursdays as well, so. Gotta wonder what's happened with iRacing's yellow flags, because there was none there for a stationary car. Not even a slow car on your left, Jim. Eduardo going for a quick cup of coffee at the little stand there on the left. 12 ahead of Tom, 20 ahead of Nick. Okay. Well, driving like that's not going to help.
West side. Clear on the About 5 laps of fuel left.
It's getting hotter, which is not going to help.
We're almost out of fuel. We might not make it to the end.
Last lap, not got enough fuel for 2. Ah, fuck it. Oh well, that's that. Ruined. I just kind of got, I think, set on that corner. So, I'm going to go back to the race setup. Right, that'll do us. 1 minute to go. Right, be back in a minute. We are back. The boy is practicing for Major's endurance, so he hasn't even bothered to load this. Teammates, eh? Who'd have them? I don't actually know what you can learn on cold tires in 2 laps. Other than you've got the right fuel loaded. So these guys in the blue and white ODC, old dudes in cars, you've got Hendrik, Casper, and somewhere is Das Sharples. Oh, and Daniel Pay. They're all in on the RPM Wednesday night league. I think Casper's the quicker of the bunch. And then it's Hendrik, Daz and Daniel. So watching these guys, watching the pace of these guys tonight will give us, same cars obviously, will give us a feel for where they may be on a Wednesday. Well, that's one way of doing it, I suppose, is just run clean at the back of the guy in front. Brilliant. Go again. You'll get one more running at the pit entry. I've got to fucking run into one another again. Jesus Christ, people. So there's Martin. He's been going really well on the Sundays. I think he's won a couple. So I haven't seen him on Thursday, and if I have, I've just completely blindsided him. But Martin's been going well. I think he joined about the same sort of time as we did on SRI, about season 8, 9, or if he was a returning driver, I don't know. But we had a couple of messages right back at the early days, seeing if he was needing a team, and I think that was when he was picked up by DXT. So. AM is 4K rated, yeah, but he's dirtier than a mucky pop in a dirty puddle. Certainly can't take getting beaten, so he will do whatever it takes to argue why he's entitled to bash people off the track. Ooh. They all do on cold tires, to be perfectly honest. Oh dear. Ugh. And then next season, so Nathan's the admin on this UKSR event. So next season probably about a third of this grid is changed. There's actually quite a few of the Thursday guys that don't want the Superstars versus the Masters idea, so they're running in the Sunday. But Sunday itself has got a twist, because at the end of the season, amateur. Oh wow, shit. Yeah, well, that won't be us. So we'll not be doing Apex then. But you're still dirtier than a mucky pop in a puddle. Where was I? Yeah, the last 3 races of next season are 1.5 times points. So again, you'll probably find that there's barely 2/3 of the grid here tonight. What have we got? 31 out of 60. So again, half the grid don't show up at the end of the season. So now they're basically giving people 50% extra points just for turning up. It's almost like the GTE League, where they were like buy one get one free on entries. Suppose we better put a car on the grid, eh?
Green next time by. Line up on the left side.
Line up on the left side.
SOS is 2,472.
Right, let's get this going.
There are a lot of points on the table. Be smart and get a good finish.
To be honest, some of the amateurs, if they're 4K, might not actually be that good. They maybe have 4K from a long time ago, and they've been doing it 10 years. I say there's a few in here for 5.2. Andrew Miato's 5.2, Hendrik Strand's 4.6, Richard Simner's 4, William Arneson's 4.4. We're running a 141.7, which is just off the back of the middle pack of the pros. So we do have Mr. Ludbrook alongside us. But it is a rather curtailed grid, so 31 runners, if I read that right, is barely 10 in each class. I don't actually know how many there are.
Green flag. Car on the right. Clear on the right. Car on the right. Stay on the left. Stay on the left. Clear on the right. Right side. You're in the middle. 3 wide. Be careful. Right side. 2 wide. Clear on the right. Car on the right. Clear on the right. There's an incident behind.
Literally surrounded by porkies. I think Max Wheeler was taken out, or Ryan Littlemore. There was a silver, Tom Wheeler's further back, there was a silver Mustang taken out. So, Nick's towed, so yeah, he's gone. I've had some good races with Nick this season. Yeah, they've had an issue. Whether it's a bump or a bend, he's in the pits now. So that'll help the points. As long as we don't have any issues, we should be okay. Oh, code brown. Andre Montine's fallen back a little bit. I don't know what happened to him at the start. Maybe just mugged off the line, a little bit of a bump. Unless it was him that had the contact with Nick and Tom. Somebody else has just gone at the back of the pack there in my mirror. See, Porky's just pulling away in the slipstream ahead.
Right side, clear on the right.
Close that line off so Hendrick doesn't come through. Keep going, Hendrick, it's fine. Watch out for Ash behind you. Yeah, a pair of you two can swap door handles if you want. Which is exactly what's happening. They kind of leave one another alone. Racetrack's 10 metres wide. A car's only 1.8. That gives you more than 5 metres to move it the fucking way. Unbelievable.
The car in P1, just at the pass of the glass, 41.369. There's an incident ahead. Go right, go right.
Bloody admins, eh? Bloody admins. I don't know why that was a 1x, but anyway.
The car in P2 just hit the fastest lap, 41.265.
See, I can't catch him. Porsche
That
just
was your fastest lap of the
pulls away. There's something definitely funky dunky on the aero. That's too fast, John.
The car in P1 just hit the fastest lap, 41.178.
Still pulling away from me.
The leader just did a 41.273.
Fuck. Almost lost it there.
You're losing on the car in front. The gap is 1.8 seconds.
That's a pity. Look behind you, Nick. Thank you, sir.
Car on the left.
Cheers, Nick.
Clear on the left. Hitter 44.307. The car in P1, just at the fastest lap, 41.076. Fueling up now should get us to the finish. That was your fastest lap of the session.
Oh, you got a bit of a slapper on there. Too fast into that one. Throwing it away now, Granny boy.
The car behind you is pitting. Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Now, if he just eased off throttle, could have let me by before the apex and he wouldn't have lost all that time. I gave him a flash out of Variante Alta at the top. I gave him a flash just before the apex of the first corner, the first chicane, so he must have known I was there, and he left it that long to make a decision. He lost all that time, which I never understand. Andre's cruising in on me at half a second a lap. Alright, just ease off, Tom, ease off.
Left side. Clear on the left.
Thank you, Tom.
The leader just did a 41.893. You've got about 5 laps of fuel left. The car in P1, just at the fastest lap, 41.074. The car behind is pitting.
John must be getting hellish understeer in this thing now. Andrew's in the pits, that takes that immediate pressure off. So pit window saying we should still come out ahead of 4th and 5th. I think Andre took that to keep his gap. We're saving 0.08 on a little bit of lifting coast into the corners.
past the flat. 40.832.
Lost it all there. We were a good 3/10 up. I think John's just doing the same, trying to eke it out as long as it'll go. We'll get 2 more laps. Yeah, Andre Montine's firing in the fast laps now.
We're almost out of fuel. We might not make it to the end. That we get past the flat for the session. We have about 1 lap of fuel left.
So we should be out ahead of Andre. But we're behind Martin Kenyon. Just need to see how Ludbrook gets on in the pits.
Don't forget to hit this lap for more fuel. Kickboxing, 5, 3, 2, 1. Right here. That's it, go.
It's going to be tight.
Leader's hitting now. The leader did a 52.433.
Oh, no, 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 no. Fuck's sake.
We've got damage on the front end. The car behind is closing on you. The gap is 6.8 seconds.
Fuck.
Boxing 5,
Oh, that's that.
3,
Fucked now.
2, 1. Right here. That's it, go.
God damn it. Well and truly screwed that up now.
The car in front is pitting.
Cheers, Alex.
So Andre's right behind John Ludbrook. Pretty sure you'll have a go several times over the next 12 minutes. Shane Connor's got a drive through behind me, so that's fine. Andre is now past John, so Andre will just now start to pull away. He was about half a second a lap faster, so it was kind of expected. I don't know why he fell so far back at the start, so I can only presume he was caught up in the spin up at the Villeneuve chicane here. Either had damage or had to pit or... Fuck me. I think it's just still got a little bit too much front end for the rear. Turns in great, but the rear's a little bit more unstable, so instead of taking the 0.2, probably only needed like 0.1 extra on the front. So from 3 to 3.1 just to get that extra bite. Tyre temps are pretty much the same temp front and back, so still good. And we were fine on wear on the right hand side as well, so
Going well, keep at it. The leader is coming up on you, they're not that high.
Yeah, 5 minutes. Fine.
The car in front is pitting. The leader did a 41.87.
Oh, you're not quick enough. Oh, what a shame.
Left side. Clear.
Fuck, I'm gonna get a drive through at this fucking rate. Kyle's getting a good result in Pro, so that's excellent.
Cheers, mate.
Good choice, that one, good choice.
Thank you.
You have about 5 laps of fuel left.
He's not going to have enough time for a tow. Plus John Ludbrook's now got a slow down.
We're almost out of fuel. We might not make it to the end.
Well, if that was Sean Connor that did that,
White flag. One more lap to go.
well, Sean's in pros. That was the issue you had at Misano last week when he came up against the back of Ryan, couldn't they get past, made a dive and took them both out. So again, sometimes I don't know if it was Shane or Sean, it's the two brothers, but at the start of the season, absolutely great racing with them. I don't honestly know what happens that one of them gets themselves in that position, that incidents are more frequent. Frustration maybe that some of the inter drivers are as quick as the pro drivers. Maybe that's... Ah, okay. Is it getting broadcast? Because this is usually done on a Monday, so I presume you guys are watching the finale live, are you? I didn't think it was going out until Monday, but it maybe is live tonight. Yep, okay. Explains why you've got more information than I do.
There's the flag, it's over. Bring it on home, let's get out of here.
Great, Sean. Holy shit.
They say you cut the call.
GT3 Championship on. Here's the push, Sean.
Yep. Kyle done a good run that one. Well, it'll be an extra bit of pace for us next season. So on Sunday, Jamie Bardwell's in on the Sunday as well, so that'll be another. Don't know if Jamie will be an elite or pro. I don't know how they're booked in. Right, well, we're back in the pits. We'll see what the tyres are like, but grip, everything felt really good. It just lost the back end coming out of that last corner. I don't know if there was crap on the tyres or what, but I'll need to go back and have a quick look at that.
Right here.
So let's have a little bit of a nosy. What lap was that? We binned. That would have been lap. Was that straight out after the pits? I know, I don't want you, I want me. Oh shit, hang on, I need to get the race. Right, so what lap was that? Yeah, it's gotta be that one. Fuck's sake. Stuck in the fucking weeds. Is there shite on that corner? Too much throttle too soon, Granty boy. Probably wasn't actually that bad. He said we had damage. Oh yeah, it's fucking caved in, isn't it? Nah, we could have kept going with that. That's straight. That's not, but I don't know. Shit. Yeah. Gassed it just too soon. Gassed it now. Yeah, it's gone. It's gone long before I got anywhere on the gravel on the outside. I think if I'd kept it off that curb, it would have been fine. Yeah, shitbags. And of course, that then cost me 40 odd seconds reversing and dicking about. Well, I thought I might as well take the fast repair, send them right to the pit entry, so not much. Yeah, I just put the left wheel on the grass instead of the curb. Normally I can... Oh, then I made a complete arse of it there as well. Normally if I take third just before the corner and just kill the torque, but there was just too much of the wheels on the left hand side, so shit happens. And then we go forward to Mountain Canyon on his. That's gone for Martin. Oh, did he run into the back corner? He's not paying any attention. Martin's going to come up in the back of these two. Yeah, they're too busy watching one another. Martin had that. Alright, Andre was closing in on, but Martin had enough pace. I'm pretty sure he would have stayed ahead. Those two are battling. They're not going to pay any attention in their mirrors. So Martin's through it. That's just shambolics. That is horrendous. Come on, guys. That's just frustration because he got beat. They're not even in the same class. That's shocking. Ah well, as we say, sometimes people can race and sometimes people can't race, and for some reason those that can't seem to race seem to be able to complain that others can't race. That's unfortunate. That's a shame on Martin. Ironically, if Sean had followed him through, Martin had so much more pace, he could have just stuck behind him. Oh, that's a pity. Right, well, get the beer now. I've got to go to work tomorrow, even though the job's shit. Can't accidentally turn up drunk. Right, well, that was the end of season 11, no, season 7, oh, fuck knows what season it was, season 17 of UKSR. We're back on that one next season, so in a few weeks' time it'll all start again. Sundays only this time, we're not doing Thursdays. We're busy practicing for Sebring 12 Hour on the 28th of March, so there'll be a host for the guys over the next couple of weeks to get ready for that 2 or 3 times a week.